Hi, this is Goce. This is my video review about the 12-month coaching program that I've completed with Marco. My experience with the program, I felt initially was, it felt like it was a bit of a burden having to listen to all the recordings every night for 2 weeks, or every second night for a month. But after the first week, I felt it was actually like making me a lot more calmer at work or even throughout my life because of the meditation that you go through listening to them, and you do notice a shift, especially after reading the manuals and sort of like resonating with parts of the manual in your own life, and consciously being aware of it, but sort of subconsciously changing as well, and making just sort of the subtle changes throughout your life. And I used to sort of stress a lot at work about little problems or things like that, and never sort of saw, even in my personal life, I never saw that silver lining, in like a problem, for instance. And after that, I was always positive. I'd see a problem and just think, there was no way that I couldn't fix it. To get the results, you had to listen to those recordings. You had to, you can't, you could. I was the type of person where I couldn't. I read a lot of things and sort of thought, yeah, this is what I need to do, but I didn't make that change consciously, knowing that I had to do that. But I felt that what helped me a lot was listening to those recordings and them changing me subconsciously, and then sort of that flowing through into my life, and then noticing those changes, those subtle changes. But then over a period of time, like I turned into a different person. Well, I think the program exceeded my expectations because I didn't think that I could change so much mentally. Well, more self-aware, I should say. I had a lot more self-awareness, and when I do something, I'd sort of think about why I was doing it, and that helped me change things in my life and think differently and just have a different outlook in life in general. Well, what I initially was expecting was, from what Marco sort of promised, well, sort of, said that he'd be able to deliver in his coaching program, was a total transformation. And I felt that I did transform the way I thought about things, and I felt I became a different person. People did notice that as well. I just felt it was more like I was more emotionally stable, more aware of my own, thoughts, and sort of, my emotions, and being able to sort of deal with them, and just more so, more so an understanding of me. Really, that's what I really wanted. Just to be more, it turned me into a stronger person. Really, I think. Felt, I I thought my thought processes were stronger. My emotions were a lot, stable as well, a lot more stronger. I think the one that resonates is the winning mindset, really, because I used to be quite a negative person. Always thought of the worst that can happen. But when after that module, and even further through the actual program itself, I'd come across problems now, and I just don't see them as I used to. I try and, or not try. I do see the positives in a lot of situations, now. And that module is probably my favorite because it helped me put the negative thinking and the negative thoughts aside, so I could sort of have a lot more focus in other areas, and just to be a lot more of a positive person. What I paid for it, I think it was invaluable, because I have seen psychiatrists in the past, and I think that this was the quickest. Like, I had never seen myself change in such a short period of time. I felt like I did I had massive changes in my life in within 12 months. So I think it was worth every cent. Yeah, absolutely. I would recommend it to others, and I have recommended it to others, and and other people have taken up the coaching program as well, and have seen changes in their life as well from doing that. I think it's quite valuable to do that for yourself, so that way you do get that self actualization. You cut out all the guesswork really, and it just goes straight to the point.